Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Some of your strongest personality traits are actually trauma responses. Psychologists call this childhood trauma. And once you understand it, you'll see why you act the way you do. Your relationships, your habits, even your confidence, all of it may have been shaped by what you survived as a child. And the scary part? You probably thought it was normal. Sign 1. The over-independent one. If you struggle to ask for help, if you handle everything alone, if "I got it" is your default response. But here's where it gets even worse. You didn't become independent because you're strong. You became independent because you learned nobody was coming. Here's the painful part. Children who had to emotionally raise themselves grow into adults who don't trust support. This is a classic sign of parentification, when a child had to act like the adult. Your brain learned dependence equals disappointment, so now you depend on no one. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Sign 2. You apologize for existing. Do you over-explain yourself? Apologize for small mistakes? Feel guilty for having needs? Psychology links this to low self-esteem, rooted in unstable environments. This happens because your nervous system adapted. If love felt conditional, if approval had to be earned, your brain decided, be small, be quiet, be perfect, stay safe. Your mind thinks you're being nice, but the reality is you're afraid of rejection. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Sign 3. You're hyper-aware of everyone's mood. You can walk into a room and instantly feel tension. You notice tone changes, micro-expressions, energy shifts. That's not just empathy. That's hypervigilance. Your brain learned to scan for danger before it arrived. Because at some point, someone's bad mood meant you weren't safe. Your brain chose survival over childhood. And survival mode doesn't turn off automatically. Here's the harsh psychology fact. Just because it didn't leave bruises, doesn't mean it didn't leave scars. Emotional neglect wires the brain just as deeply as chaos does. And unless you become aware of it, you'll keep calling survival skills your personality. If you want to break this cycle, start with this. Notice when you're reacting, instead of choosing. When you say, "I'm fine," pause. When you over-apologize, pause. When you try to do everything alone, pause. That pause is power, because awareness rewires the brain. You survived your childhood. Now it's time to stop surviving your adulthood. If this felt personal, it wasn't random.